Peace and greetings, everyone. I do my greetings in different languages. Assalamu alaikum. That's Arabic. Namaste. That's I think that's I want to say Farsi, and then Shalom, which is Hebrew, if I'm not mistaken. But I thought I'm doing my long run today, which I say is my habit on Sundays. I thought a good topic to talk about was being a role model and just accepting that title. It can be a burden, but because with it comes responsibility and accountability. Oh, before I do that, I just want to show you guys where I'm running. Look at this. Look at these beautiful woods. Oh my God. MashaAllah. That is incredible. Just incredible. It's a beautiful, rainy, gray day. It's about, I think it's 50 degrees, which is crazy because we're, it's in winter. But back to my point was accepting the role of being a role model and a mentor. I thought about this because somebody put in the comment section, like, you're a great mentor and you're a role model. And I had something happen a couple of weeks ago. I teach a boys' science class. And what happened is I wasn't able to make it on that particular day. I do this once every other week. I wasn't able to make it because I had to work. I was doing night shift as a hospitalist PA. And my wife told me that the boys went into the classroom where I usually teach. They started setting up the tables, and they were looking for me. They're like, "Oh, where is he? Where's Brother Omar?" They said, "Oh, he's not coming." Oh no! So they just hung out in the room, which was I thought really amazing because I didn't think that it meant a whole lot to a lot of these boys. I thought it was just kind of like something to do. Some let me know that, well, I don't even want to come to this class, because I want to stay home and watch video games. My parents made me come. But I thought it was cool that they had set up. All right, guys, here is a glove. Don't attack me. Some beautiful. Oh, really? Okay. So look at these very beautiful and very well-behaved dogs. Thank you.
Have a good night.
And you. Take care. God bless you guys. Some folks with their loose dogs, which always gives me cause for pause. But back to my point. I didn't realize that what I had done with these boys in terms of teaching them, medicine and other aspects of science had such a big impact on them, such that they had developed this habit of like, hey, okay, it's time to learn something new. What are we going to learn today? And they had developed a habit of setting up the classroom and being ready to learn, and it really touched me. It's like, wow, that's really cool. But it made me want to be more fastidious in terms of setting up a class, and I've been invited to move the educational model to DC and even Virginia. I'm very excited, but I want to try to plant seeds of wisdom in these boys so that some of them may grow up to be scientists and healthcare practitioners just because of their interaction with me. But it let me know, like, hey man, being a role model is a very serious thing. There was a, not to criticize him, but there was a basketball player, Charles Barkley, years ago. He had this commercial. He was known as like a really rough basketball player. People said, oh, he's not behaving well. He's not a good role model. So he had this commercial. I said, I don't get paid to raise your children. You raise your children. And, hopefully I don't agree with that. because a lot of kids don't have role models in the home. I work with, I've worked with patients who are the end result of a very dysfunctional household where the dad was locked up, or he just didn't claim the kids at all. The mom had drug problems and issues that just didn't allow her to be a good parent. So the kids grew up in really violent, dysfunctional households and really violent, dysfunctional neighborhoods. So now you have this adult who's basically psychotic. And it's very difficult to deal with these folks when they come to the hospital. You got to decide if you can put them on the psych ward. We bring the psychiatrist in. Some of them get violent. Okay, well, do we have to take this person to St. E's, or bring the police in? And I've actually befriended many of them, and they'll tell me, oh, this happened to me, this was done to me, sexual molestation, beatings, drug abuse, since they were children. And now you have this highly dysfunctional adult. And that's very, very tragic. We have a lot of people like that. But you have to take your if you're a role model on any type of level, whether you're a famous person or just like me, just a little old vlogger, you got to take that seriously. So you got to watch what you say, because your words may influence somebody in a negative way. We've got an international community now with YouTube, where people say everything and do everything, take off whatever, do everything in front of their cameras and then upload it. And kids look at that. My wife and I's children come and say, this guy was doing this thing on YouTube. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, this woman put this thing on YouTube. Oh, and it's like, oh my God, why would somebody do that? But, that may influence them. And I don't ever want to be responsible for negatively influencing somebody. People watch me at the hospital, which is really weird for me, because they'll be like, yeah, Dr. Malik. I'm a physician assistant, by the way. Some people do call me doctor, no matter how much I correct them. I'll say PA Malik. Yeah, PA Malik. Man, he never gets angry, which is not true. I've gotten angry, but I try to control it. As part of our dean, try to control our anger. Try to control what comes out of my mouth, to let any expletives fly. And try to do a lot of fitness. Like when I go to work, it's my turnaround point. When I go to work, so I run before work. And then sometimes I do my power work, my power walk. And when I go into the lunchroom, I usually get salads and try to eat, nutritious things there. And I picked up a piece of cake. This is an example. I picked up some cake. I said, oh, P.A. Malik, you're not supposed to eat that. Now here's somebody that was correcting me on what to eat with, and tell me that people were kind of watching what I ate even. But yeah, it's like, well, I'm supposed to be this role model, and sometimes it's like, well, maybe I just want to be left alone, but I don't have the luxury of that responsibility. So in summary, just accept being a role model on any level. And I don't care if you're a doctor or a nurse, or if you're just somebody who's survived, a lot of hardship from birth. There's this young lady named Destiny who has a YouTube channel. Go check her channel out. Premature birth, this is a life of hardship, but is surviving and has come out a really strong person. And that's being a role model also. You don't always have to have degrees behind your name. You can look at a guy like Dr. Andre Pineset, or Antonio Webb, MD, or I think there's a guy named Kojo who's a nurse practitioner, or Kanan Brown, who's a nurse. These are guys that have made it through school, so they could tell you how to be doctors and nurses and nurse practitioners. But you don't always have to have the degrees. You could just be a really positive person, no matter what happens to you. And try not to let hardships get you down. Oh, look at those beautiful woods. You know, but I wish you all peace and the best of success in your positive endeavors. God bless you all. Take care.